Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is actually somebody we're going to have a much better look at in just a couple of hours. Makeup Mom and Son is a moderator and a gold member here on Superchat, so we see a lot of this creator and this channel, and today they have a live stream set up right after Superchat in about 2 to 2.5 hours. They'll actually be starting an hour from now, but we'll raid them when we're done today. And they will be introducing us to another influential content creator. Makeup Mom and Son does a lot of different variety on her channel, usually related to product reviews, unboxings, a lot of makeup and beauty type things, as well as some random live streams. And this is a creator who's constantly thinking about different ways to expand her diversity in her content so that she's always bringing new things for the audience, which is a great thing to see. Most notably is this interview series that's been going on for a long time now, and she does a stream almost every Saturday. She's featured many different influential creators, some we know from the Superchat family, and some will be introduced to for the first time. So I hope you'll connect with Makeup Mom and Son. She is a very much loved, well-respected creator with over 1,100 subscribers right now, well on the way towards 1,200. She's, fully monetized with lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. Like I said, we'll have a better look at this channel when we go and rate it in a couple of hours, but I just wanted to put this channel up here right now. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here for the moment, and then I will do some introductions. We've got a few names on the wheel already. Now, Michael's Adventures is a dear friend and one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. He lives wholeheartedly by the idea of giving much more than he expects to receive. We see that from Michael's Adventures all the time. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator with us, but can't be with us every day just due to a work schedule, and he'll likely be here tomorrow, but wanted to make sure that I remembered to send his regards, let everybody in the Superchat family know that he is always thinking about us when he can't be here. Right now we're looking at Sparkle's Hope Chest, and we've got an interesting story to tell with this particular channel, but I've also got a few more names on the wheel. Scratch and Pete as well is a beloved and dedicated moderator and one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. I speak about Michael's Adventures and Scratch and Pete PA in this way constantly, but if you've spent any time here in Superchat at all, then you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the generosity that comes from these creators. Scratch and Pete PA is in the pole position on our Wheel of Doom. John H. Shelton and I am Betty J. Gathers. We're both here very early, so they're on the wheel. Oracles and Beyond is also a member. We always put the members on the wheel right away. Wolf Spirit Productions happens to be mom to, Sparkle's Hope Chest is mom to Wolf Spirit Productions in real life. Wolf Spirit Productions is still on the wheel, and Derek's Journey is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been, as well as a friend for a long time here in the Superchat family. He just dropped a Super Chat on us, and so for that reason, we're going to make that channel the next one that we look at before I spin the wheel. Again, I'll do some more introductions in a moment, but right now we're looking at Sparkle's Hope Chest. This creator, like I said, is mom to Wolf Spirit Productions in real life and brings us pure variety on her channel in her own brand of diverse content. And I hope you'll enjoy it when you get there. You see all kinds of different series from this creator and a great look behind the scenes at the creator running the channel. So I hope everybody will connect with Sparkle's Hope Chest. She's here with us almost every single day, and with 371 subscribers, we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 400 that she's thinking about. So I'm going to take a quick look, see who else is with us right now, and when our Wheel of Doom gets down to about 5 or 6 names, we'll start adding some names from our chat list based on who's been most active in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here. Ace Flaw 1 is in the house. This is a creator who's been with me for well over 2 years now, since long before Superchat even started. Afromex TV, good to see you in the house. Andre Southgate is here as well. Cali King 916 and Craig's Outdoor Adventures are both very supportive creators. I Want to Know is back in the house, and James and Rose Reality TV are starting to make frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat, so it's great to have you back. Happy Nwagi Remedies is bringing us healthy things that can give us home remedies. It's good to see you in the house. Lexus Ice ASMR is back in the house with Miss K Kitchen and MLW Fishing Man. It's good to see you all. Mr. Boots and Bounty, good to have you in the house as well. And Northeast Lincolnshire Train Spotting Hub comes to us from our dear friend Sam's Vlogs Trains and More, who's in the house as well as a moderator and a member. So I'm just getting them on the wheel. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Philip Lemon is in the house. Peacekeeper, it's always great to see you here. Selvin's Kitchen is another extremely supportive creator. And Oracles and Beyond is already on the wheel, but they actually have a second channel now. True Crime Time with Cassie and Molly is the second channel from Oracles and Beyond. So we'll have a look at that channel at some point, I am sure. I'll put it up when we get Oracles and Beyond on the wheel. And Wicked Awesome Gardening, it's good to have you back as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So let's look at Derek's Journey. They dropped a super chat on us, and they've done that many times before. Derek's Journey is trying to motivate us, particularly with fitness more than anything else. I also see that Mr. Boots and Bounty has just dropped a super chat on us as well. So for that reason, we'll make that channel the next one that we look at before we spin the wheel again. And Derek's Journey is coming up right now. I'm likely behind with them, but you can see that this creator is showing generosity in many different ways. I can tell you that they show generosity in every way that you typically can on YouTube. One of the things they've got going on here is a lot of channels on their front page, and these are featured channels, which is a great thing that anybody can do on their channel. It's a great thing to have done for you as well. You'll see some familiar faces there. When we get over into their videos, we see 1,300 subscribers on this channel and a lot of diverse content here as well. Derek's Journey gives us a great look at the creator and their family life behind the channel, in between motivating us with fitness. They take us all over, sometimes indoors, sometimes outdoors, and on many different adventures. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They're fully monetized. There's lots of ways to support them when we get there, including super chats and memberships, of course. I'm just going to take a video from you, but I'm actually going to take this 45-minute one because it's been a little while. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind. Next, we're going to look at Mr. Boots and Bounty. So thank you both for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra support to get us started for today. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Should I order pizza or not order pizza? That's like my life's biggest torment in my mind, is that question constantly. Pizza's my favorite. But I won't be eating that today. And Peacekeeper, it looks like no, that nothing like that has shown up yet today. Oh, that's weird. Actually, yes. Forgive me. Scratch and Pete PA says yes, it did show up. So it's weird. It didn't register in the list that's in the bottom of the screen there, but it did come through apparently. So Scratch and Pete PA must have seen it. But something kind of glitched there. I don't know what that was, so that's a weird thing. So forgive us for that. Again, with all these systems that we have and the plugins for Streamlabs and things like that, not everything works perfectly all the time. And Mr. Boots and Bounty, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. So we're looking at this channel right now. Peacekeeper will be up next. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. I can't tell you how many things I overlooked that Scratch and PPA has to catch for me. Jasmine Ortiz, good to see you in the house. I know you were here earlier. Thanks for coming back in. TWTTV is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat with a couple of channels, actually. It's great to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mr. Boots and Bounty is a channel that I'm still getting to know. I managed to catch them the other day, but I'm going to head over to their videos page first. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. And when I get back to their front page, I'm just going to set the reminder for your next live stream, which is coming up tomorrow, and it will likely be not too long after Tuber Chat. Tomorrow actually happens to be Wolfsbear Productions' birthday. They are planning a live stream after Tuber Chat, so if we can get that worked out, we'll be rating them tomorrow, and everybody can join us in wishing Wolfsbear Productions a happy birthday. They have been a dear friend and a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. The Stock Explorer has come in. They've got a couple of channels too. We're going to put them on the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. Healthy G-Mom is also here. We'll get them onto the wheel, and we are going to look at Peacekeeper next. So thank you one more time for your super chat, along with Mr. Boots and Bounty and Derek's Journey. I really do appreciate that. Get going, Trouble. Cat doesn't want to go and get fed. So Peacekeeper, let's see what they've got going on for us. Now, this is a popular name for a YouTube channel, so we've got to do a little bit of extra digging to make sure that we get to the right Peacekeeper. What I want to recommend to everybody is match that avatar. They've got 170 subscribers, so you know you've got to the right one. Places Nondescript, good to see you in the house, and Faye Blatcher is here as well. They happen to be a member also, so we'll get them on the wheel. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Facing Reality is in the house. She is always spreading positivity and motivation in a fun way. She does that on her channel and here in our live chat. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. But we're looking at Peacekeeper now. Of course, this is a gaming channel more than anything else. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's great to see that they've started experimenting with shorts as well. Hopefully some of these start to pick up. And then they've got some familiar faces on their featured channels list as well. When you feature channels on your front page this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audience and on the YouTube algorithm. And especially when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. That's where the solid and strong foundation for our channels really comes from. And then if you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who is coming up next. We're going to get to Oracles and Beyond, who's actually in here with a couple of different accounts today. Oracles and Beyond is a longtime friend. The host of this channel is Cassie, and she's been with Tuber Chat almost from the beginning. It's been a very, very long time. And what you'll find on her channel more than anything else is free Oracle readings. Now, this is done both by her and other creators. She often does live streams like this one here, where sometimes she'll have somebody else on panel with her, as we see in that thumbnail, and you'll get more than one, which is great because this can give you an idea of what's been going on in your life, what's happening now, what might be to come. And Cassie's been doing this for a very long time. So she's broken off into a second channel as well. True Crime Time with Cassie and Molly. This is a brand new channel from these two creators, obviously, and hopefully everybody will support them on this channel as well. 86 subscribers so far, so they're climbing the road to the first 100 really rapidly, which is great. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever. So we want to do as much as we can to support especially creators under 100. So I hope everybody will. And again, that's Oracles and Beyond with a second channel. In the meantime, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded, especially when I'm on a phone from time to time. So John H. Shelton is coming up right now, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to be a member, so we had put them on the wheel right away, and they were actually almost first in the door today. Now, John H. Shelton also has a couple of channels. Now, Superchat just has been around long enough that we have so many creators that are so established. Some of these creators, of course, have been around a lot longer than Superchats existed, but since we've been here for almost 2 years now, we're finding more and more channels by creators where they're kind of running 2, 3, and in some occasional cases, even 4. John H. Shelton is doing extremely well on this main channel. As you can see, with 3,600, almost 3,700 subscribers, you can bet that there is a lot to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They are fully monetized. There's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got a premiere coming up in a couple of days. I think that's on Monday. So we'll likely see that right after Super Chat, as a matter of fact. And I'm just going to show you their second channel. For anybody that does have more than one, I recommend taking some inspiration from what John H. Shelton is doing here. At the bottom of their page, they've got a featured channel section, and they've put their 2 channels here just to kind of show that they've got more than one, which is great, because while I believe that people visit our front page less than we think they do, they probably visit more than I think they do. And the idea then is, if somebody catches your front page and realizes you have more than one channel, there's a very good chance that somebody is going to follow you on more than one if they've gone to that extra effort of checking out your front page, if that makes sense. Patty Southern Kitchen and More, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yes, Craig's Outdoor Adventures, it is a ton of work, that's for sure. So I don't recommend it. And Wicked Amazing Gardening is ordering pizza. I'm going to be fully jealous now. John H. Shelton on his Extras in Bits channel has 744 subscribers. This is a creator who shares generosity in many different ways, and they are always sharing for us on Twitter, whether it's a tweet or a retweet. We see that from John H. Shelton, for which I'm very grateful. So if anybody does have the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I will appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into TuberChat right now, and could see this live stream pushed out a little bit more, not just today, but in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. So I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. They were very early in the door today and happened to be a member, so we put them on the wheel right away. Thank you, Mr. Boots and Bounty. I'll look forward to catching you again. I Am Betty J Gathers has 172 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. We see a couple more familiar faces on their featured channels section as well. And I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. So Craig's Outdoor Adventures, yeah, if you have a separate entity, something like that, it can be advisable to get right into a second channel. But it's not something I want to recommend for a lot of creators. The reason why, more than anything else, is to say it's a lot easier. Let's say you're aiming for 100,000 subscribers, right? It's a lot easier to get 100,000 on one channel than it is to get 50,000 on 2 separate channels, as you can imagine. So that goes for any number, whether you're aiming for 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, or 1,000,000. So just keeping that in mind, one of the ideas that I like to recommend is to start a series of videos on your main channel, if it's appropriate, and then you get a chance to see how that series is going to turn out. First of all, whether you enjoy doing it. Secondly, if you can get some traction with it. And thirdly, you know, after the first 10 or 12 episodes, you can decide whether to start another channel. And I promise, the first 10 or 12 videos won't matter 3 years from now compared to the hundreds you'll probably make. So if that makes sense, then I hope that can be taken as maybe inspiration, if not advice. Running a couple of channels can be quite a handful, as you can imagine. There's benefit to it, but I'd always recommend, if somebody has the ability, to start a series of videos first as a trial. Evangelist Melvina Thomas, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Oh, Craig's Outdoor Adventures is asking everybody in the chat, what is your view on putting shorts on your main channel? And I'll just add a few seconds of my own thoughts to that. So if you're going to experiment with shorts, then if you have a way to complement the rest of the content on your channel, they can be a great benefit. I know some creators have broken off into separate channels just for that reason, but that's something you'll have to decide for yourself. I'm curious also to see what everybody in the chat has to say about that. Here with Shauna, good to see you in the house. Lady B Unstoppable, it's good to have you here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I need just a quick second. I'll be right back and we'll talk about Faye Blatcher. Faye Blatcher is an extremely supportive creator. Now, this is somebody who's here with us almost every single day in Superchat, but as well, I run into them constantly when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams supporting others. Most notably is the fact that Faye Blatcher is always engaging conversation, and that's something that's a great service to any creator, whether it's in a premiere or a live chat, because it sends engagement signals into the algorithm, as you can imagine. Four Corners Custom Products is in the house. I'm just going to get you onto the wheel. They've dropped a highlighted milestone message through the chat. So what that is, if you are a member on a channel that has those enabled, you get a free highlighted milestone message every month to use in the chat. It looks like a super chat, but it's colored green for the members, and they're really, really cool. You'll also notice that it counts towards the plugin that we have here called the Stream Boss, which is the video game life meter under my camera right there. So every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss, although those highlighted milestone messages come through for free for anybody that's already a member. And that can ensure that the last person to knock the life out of the Stream Boss is going to get some extra exposure, as we're likely going to see right now. Wolfsbear Productions has many times sniped that Stream Boss position, and it looks like they're going to get it again right now. So I'm just going to see what I can do about adding a couple of more names onto our Wheel of Doom. And in the meantime, because Wolf Spirit Productions just dropped a super chat on us, I'm going to put that channel up right now. Now, you'll notice, like I said, they did take over that Stream Boss position. They'll get a little bit of extra exposure for a while for that reason. So thank you for that extra support. I really do appreciate that. Wolf Spirit Productions has been an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and a dear friend for a very long time. Here we go. As a matter of fact, they've got their live stream set up. So this is a birthday live and giveaway announcement, and I'm going to set my reminder for that, but we will plan on rating that tomorrow right after Tuber Chat. We're usually here 2 to 2.5 hours. Tomorrow we've made the stream a little bit later than we usually do, and we'll catch Wolfsbear Productions right after. This creator, like I said, happens to be the daughter of Sparkle's Hope Chest, who we looked at earlier. They both have separate channels. They support each other incredibly, and they both have a different style of presenting a variety of content on their channel. They both are great with series, and they both are great with like product reviews, unboxings, and giving us great looks at the creators behind the channel. Wolfsbear Productions also happens to be a truck driver, and they take us not only on their travels, but to all their destinations as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Emotion is in the house both as a moderator and a gold member, so we will see their link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. And I've got Emotion on the wheel now, so we'll take a look at that channel shortly. I did say I was going to get some more names onto the wheel from our chat list, and I'll do that in a moment. For anybody that's fairly new to Superchat, that is run by a robot called Botissimo in the background that keeps statistics not only based on how long you're here, but how active you are in the chat. Queen's Life, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Rebel Canners, good to see you here as well. I want to know, thank you so much for letting that run. I really do appreciate that. Thank you everybody for those thumbs up as well. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Four Corners Custom Products just dropped a super chat on us for Intro to Mills. I'm actually going to put both of those channels up one after the other right now. So Intro to Mills will go first, but we'll look at Four Corners Custom Products right after that. So when we look at Intro to Mills, what we see is a official music channel. And there are a lot of music videos here. All of this music, of course, is published on all the major platforms through DistroKid, for those of you who know what that is. And Intro to Mills, of course, along with Four Corners Custom Products, are both generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. So Four Corners is just dropping a super chat for the purpose of having us look at Intro to Mills, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've got 48 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit closer so they can get up and over the halfway mark on the road to the first 100. As well, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded, especially when I'm on a phone from time to time. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So next we're going to look at Four Corners Custom Products. And they happen to be... They happen to have dropped that super shot just a moment ago for Intro to Mills. Now, what Four Corners Custom Products brings us more than anything else is a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of different types of merchandise, whether it's t-shirts, hats, pins, plates, vinyl stickers, just about anything that can be printed, they can do. So we've got a lot to learn on this channel, as well as they can be used as a resource. A lot of us are thinking about using merchandise to monetize either our channels or our businesses. It's a great typical way to get that done, and Four Corners Custom Products can help us both by showing us how it's done and by doing it for us if we want to. Vermont Paint and Photo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Do What You Wilt. Yes, Do What You Wilt. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Prasi Malembe is here as well. Thank you for coming in. Come Hither with Heather is also back with us. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Four Corners Custom Products is mixing up a bit of variety within their content and doing some live streams just to chase those watch hours as well. But hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And they are well over 2,000 subscribers, almost at 2,100 already. Coupon Gale is in the house. Good to see you here. Lexus Ice ASMR has just dropped a super chat on us. So I'll make that channel the next one that we look at right now before we get back to spinning the wheel. But I did say I was going to get some more names from our chat list, so I'm going to do that right this second. And let me make sure that I'm not got the wrong channel here. I misspelled. Lexus Ice ASMR. We want to make sure we've got the right channel here. very easy to get the wrong one. They've got exactly 500 subscribers right now. Now, they've been here before, but this is the first time that we're putting this channel on the screen. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video here. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Queen's Life just dropped another super chat on us, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all this extra support, and from Lexus Ice ASMR as well. And let me, yes, Evangelist Melvina Thomas, absolutely. Let me see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. So Ace Flaw 1 will come up right now onto the wheel. We're going to look at Queen's Life in a second. Craig's Outdoor Adventures. And, pardon me, A Wicked Awesome Gardening. I think they're still here, right? I think they are still here, but just eating pizza or waiting for pizza. And let's have a look at Queen's Life and see what they've got going on. This is another channel that I'm still getting to know, but they've been back frequently with Superchat. Obviously have shown to be a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm just going to take another video here from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, get to know your content a little bit better, and the idea, of course, is that the more times that you're here, eventually I put you on the screen, get to know your channel, hopefully eventually get to know the creator behind the channel, and then do a better job of promoting you as time goes on. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And if anybody has the ability to share this live stream right now, whether it's on your community tab or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Superchat today and could see this live stream pushed out a little bit farther, not just today, but in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Some of the social networks that we're most active on are, of course, Reddit, where we have a separate subreddit set up for everybody to post your own videos, and everybody's welcome to use that. There's over 200 people in there. We have a Facebook group that was recently restarted just a few months ago. There's over 100 people there, and you can post your videos there as well. And for anybody that tweets or retweets for Superchat, you get added automatically by me into a Twitter list with over 100 people there who are active in the Superchat family and active on Twitter, where you might be able to trade some favors there and find some outside traffic coming in for your videos from Twitter as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and thank you one more time, Queen's Life, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. For that reason, we looked at that channel right away. Now we're getting back to spinning the wheel. And Ace Flaw 1 is coming up right now. This is Andy. This creator has been with me for well over 2 years, since long before Superchat even started. Oh, can a mod link to Reddit? I'll just type it out for you. Should be that. And everything for Superchat is always just called Superchat. It's usually just one word on all the different services. And then we're looking at Ace Flaw 1. More than anything else, he brings us travel videos, but he's been with Superchat from the very beginning, like I was saying. Now, this is a creator who's actually been with me so much longer, it might be beyond 2.5 years now. One of the first creators I was introduced to in the small YouTuber community. And it's from the generosity that I saw in so many creators willing to support and help each other that TuberChat was even inspired as an idea. So Andy's been there the whole time, and with over 3,500 subscribers, we can bet that there's much to be learned, pardon me, from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. Boo Rocka, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, thank you, Craig's Outdoor Adventures. Twitter lists are pretty useful, but the reason why I started the one that we have there is so that everybody can find each other quickly, right? Because if you're the kind of person who's willing to share videos for others, especially on Twitter, you'll find a lot of other people willing to do that as well. And this is how we can start really using the outside social networks, not only for ourselves, but to help promote others. You know, TuberChat usually has anywhere from 5 to 10 people retweeting every live stream, which is great news. It really helps, and you can see that coming in. You might eventually find new people just from the outside social networks like Instagram and Twitter are great for that. I'm sure Facebook and Reddit as well. Reddit, I hear, does well for gaming channels. Now, it probably does well for everybody, but especially gaming channels. A lot of the posts on Reddit seem to get found when it comes to gaming. So next up is Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. We'll see what's going on with this creator. They're here as a moderator and a member. And then thank you, Queen's Life. Yes, anybody can add me. Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Everywhere that social networks are popular, I usually have a personal account as well as TuberChat has an account, even on the ones we don't do much with, like TikTok. We haven't started making videos on TikTok for TuberChat yet, but the account is there. At some point, we'll get that happening. Or we plan to, anyway. I shouldn't say we will. I should say we plan to. So, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More brings us train videos more than anything else. Now, sometimes it's outdoor, sometimes it's indoors, sometimes it's a station, sometimes it's a train, and sometimes he's taking a ride, which is really cool. And hence the more in Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, you'll find a lot more variety on this channel as well. Sometimes in the form of a product review or unboxing video, sometimes in a random live stream like the one from a couple days ago here, just chill and chat, and then sometimes in themed live streams where he allows and encourages everybody to connect the same way that we do here in TuberChat. I'm just going to take your Four Oaks Railway Station video and add it into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up and make sure I don't fall too far behind. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More shows all generosity in every way that you can on YouTube, and you can see they've got a lot of featured channels here as well. They've got a live stream coming up on Monday afternoon, and that will be another kind of cool game type of live stream, which is great. Yes, Vermont Paint and Photo. At some point, I'm sure that will happen. These are the things I get myself wrapped up in, right? I'm hoping that nobody's paying attention when I keep saying things like, hey, when I get 100,000 subscribers, I'll do this and I'll do that and whatever. Because it's so easy to say that. It's another thing when you think, hey, I might get there someday, and I don't know if everybody is really going to be as entertained watching me twerk as the thought might suggest. And thank you, Peacekeeper. Yes, I really do appreciate all the word of mouth. You know, this is one of the things that really helps all creators and all channels is the, we talk about sharing on social networks, but when you're having conversations with people and you're saying, hey, I found a channel you're really going to like, you should check this out, and then sending a link, whether it's to the channel or to a video, inviting people into a premiere or a live stream so they can chat and things like that. We see that some of the creators that come through that way are the longest, the creators that stay the longest, right? The most quality supporters, if you want to put it that way. Mrs. VSNC09 is in the house, and I was in their live stream earlier today again. They post frequently. They mix up the videos and live streams. We'll have a quick look at their channel soon enough. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 1,500 that he's thinking about. I'm just spinning the wheel again. We'll get another channel up here. It's almost time for me to start adding names from our chat list again, so I'll do that soon. Wicked Awesome Gardening is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I believe they come to us from the homesteading community, where we find a lot of incredibly supportive creators. There's a lot of word of mouth there. Gale Southern Living and Coupon Gale is an example there, as well as Garden State Gardener. Alucard, thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by to say hello and give that thumbs up. So thank you for that. Wicked Awesome Gardening, like I said, I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up, make sure I don't fall behind, and get to know your content a little bit better. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is doing quiz nights when there's a celebration or new season that starts. I see. Okay, so a spring one and an Easter one will be coming up, which is actually a good theme. So that's a good idea. Hopefully everybody will join Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More for that. First time fishing adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Wicked Awesome Gardening, just got the pizza ordered now. You know, I literally, like, okay, I shouldn't, like, tell everybody how much pizza I actually eat, but my favorite place now, when I call them, I just call him up and I'm like, hey, buddy, and he knows right away. Well, like, there's 3 different guys that work there. They all know as soon as I say the voice. They're like, okay, 30 minutes. And they know exactly what I want. I always order the same thing over and over and over again. I've been laying off it a little bit the last couple of weeks, but the thought is still there, and Wicked Awesome Gardening is not helping today. Nita VR Designs, good to see you in the house. And we'll see what's happening with Mrs. VSNC09. Charlie Grace, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mrs. VSNC09 is bringing us variety and content, but more than anything else, royal family coverage. And they do really well with this. So this is a theme that they've been on for a long time, and they seem to really be following, like they really know what they're talking about, because when you get into their live streams, you see engaging conversation from their chat as well. Oh, Charlie Grace is a huge food truck fan. You know, I haven't had a lot of food from food trucks in my life to think about it. You know, I've been to different festivals and things like that and had the different things that they have. But here in my area, like, I've had a lot of, you know, sausages or hot dogs from hot dog carts, but not as many food trucks. And that, I think that's something that seems to have become much, much more popular in the last long while. So I wonder if I might get a little more open-minded about trying some different things from different food trucks that I see when they're around. I haven't found myself in front of them. Maybe that's just because what we've been doing the last 2 years, nobody finds themselves around a lot of food trucks, but hopefully that'll continue. Puddle of Souls, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mrs. VSNC09 is fully monetized, and there's lots of ways to support them when we get to their channel, including super chats and memberships. I'm hoping that everybody will support them. We'll push them towards the 2,200 subscribers that they're thinking about. My girlfriend Kristen makes an incredible homemade pizza. That's my favorite. But when we have anything outdoors, I tend to go to outside, independent pizza places. I feel like a lot of times their ingredients, they have to live on their product because they don't have the name to go along with it. And I find a lot of the stuff is fresh. I love my pizza loaded with stuff, like a true meal, right? Occasionally I'll eat like a pepperoni slice or something like that, but most often it's loaded with stuff. So let me see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. Craig's Outdoor Adventures is still there. Facing Reality will be coming up. Patty's Southern Kitchen and More will come up, as well as Evangelist Malvina Thomas. So let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. We've still got quite a while to go. We haven't even been on for an hour yet, so I'm assuming another hour and a half, and then we're going to go and visit Makeup Mom and Son, who should be starting a live stream fairly soon. She will be interviewing a creator named Texas Tatty, who we have yet to meet here in the Tuber Chat family, but we'll go over there. We'll be able to continue connecting the same way that we do here, and we'll go over there and raid in another hour and a half or so. Oh, Queen's Life is trying to get to 2,000. Yeah, hopefully you'll get them. What I've found here in Tuber Chat, we've tried a few times even lately to do the push where we're like, come on, everybody, go to this channel, and it just doesn't work here. And the reason why is because we've, for so long now, put so much focus on connecting the right way and following that full procedure that most often what will happen is when there's a creator who's here in Tuber Chat often, most of the creators who are here most of the time will already have connected. Now, it's interesting to know that in any average Tuber Chat live stream, over 100 channels come through. We know that by the thumbs up that come through. But as well, it's interesting to note that the analytics tell me that anywhere from 5, closer to 5, but maybe even 10% sometimes of channels are brand new. So there are somewhere between 5 and 10 brand new creators in Tuber Chat every single day that we're here. So you always have new people to meet, even if you haven't met every single person that's here regularly. But I mean, now with over 3,400 subscribers, you know that we're following that many creators as well, and there's that many different people in the Tuber Chat family who come occasionally. Some people are here every single day, like Scratch and PPA, and most of our moderators when they can be. And then there are some creators who are only able to come by once in a while. What you'll find is that as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder for all of us to support each other as much as we all might like. But as long as everybody's always doing as much as they can for each other, then everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing. We see people getting monetized all the time. Ali's Craft Pursuits, good to see you in the house. And Baskets Resale, I've got you on the wheel as well. They both happen to be members. We put the members on the wheel as soon as they get into the chat, as soon as I see them every day. And there you go. Yes, Craig's Outdoor Adventure. So that's the best idea, right? And this is why we put so much focus. Like, we even tried with Scratch and Peep the other day when he got really close to 1,000. And the push just doesn't work. Not here in Tuber Chat. In some other places it does. The other thing that you have to do, I know that it's really, really, really hard to be so close to a milestone, especially with YouTube playing games with the numbers, and just want to cross it. Like, please, can I just get my 1,000? I know I'm getting it. Can I just have it, right? And the problem is, if you were asked, would you want that number a week earlier or a month earlier, if you knew that the last 20 or 30 subscribers were never going to come back and watch another video, ever give you a thumbs up, ever watch even a second of anything ever again? I hope that most people would say, no, I'd rather have quality supporters, because it can damage your averages on your channel for retention as well. If you've got, let's say, out of your 1,000 subscribers, 200 subscribers who are never coming back, some people might call them dead subscribers, then your averages on retention are going to be smaller than they should, if that makes sense. And that can be hurtful when YouTube is deciding what videos to put out to what creators, right? They're more likely to push out a video where a channel has an average retention of 12 minutes than they are for an average retention of 11, if possible. You'll hear the biggest YouTubers like Sean Cannell, Sonny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmin, and others mention that minutes matter most. It's the most important thing. So you're always trying to make that happen, and retention is a big consideration. So Craig's Outdoor Adventures is here with 1,220 subscribers. I'm still getting to know their particular brand of content, but I'm going to take another video from you, hiking to the hills here, adventure with the Huskies, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up, make sure I don't fall behind, and get a little bit more of your content watched. Baskets resale is coming up right now. I just spun the wheel, and I'm just going to take a look in the chat. Hopefully I'm not missing too much. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with either 3 thumbs up or at mentioned Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open. We'll hopefully catch it the next time around. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Baskets Resale is here. Again, we looked at this channel yesterday as well with 807 subscribers. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time. Jen Needs, good to see you in the house. Thank you. Oh, Jen Needs, I think is what it is meant to be, but thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Mind Your Money, good to see you here as well. So thank you for coming in. Baskets Resale on this channel is showing us how to buy low and sell high, and marrying the idea of the offline and the online while they go to estate sales and auctions and things like this to find different products that they can turn around for profit on eBay and other places. So there's a lot to learn on this channel, and I find 2 forms of entertainment, if nothing else here, is the idea that you will be able to see a lot of vintage collectibles that, you know, you're going to have those the deja vu moments of things maybe from your childhood and stuff like that, saying, oh my gosh, I remember these toys or these things or these products, you know, or my grandmother has this, or I've had this in my house, I got some stuff in the attic somewhere. And it's interesting to see all the different things that you'll find that have profit potential. And then as well, it's interesting the methods used so that they can give you an idea of exactly how to go about finding the stuff, figuring out what it's worth, and then turning it around if you did want to let it go. Now I'm just going to show you their second channel. Baskets also has about 7,000 subscribers on their main channel, where they're bringing us outdoors and taking us hiking and on different outdoor adventures. You'll find product reviews there and different things as well, with over 7,100 subscribers now. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously with a sub count that high, you know that this is a creator with some serious experience. We've got a lot to learn from them, as well as be entertained and inspired by on both of their channels. So I hope everybody will check them out on both. Cute Goth Girl Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded, especially when I'm on a phone from time to time. So Charlene Heel is coming up right now. Happylistic Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Puddle of Soul says their mom and dad used to flip things on eBay, I think is what you're talking about. And I actually do a small amount of that work as well. Part of my full-time gig, the reason why I'm not here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, a little bit of that is packaging eBay stuff and working both for an eBay store and an Amazon store. It's easy I shouldn't say it's easy. I want to say it's easy stuff. It's work like everything else. You have to learn the formulas. You have to learn the different things to buy. And I barely sell anything on eBay of my own. I work for somebody else who has been doing eBay for many, many years and sells many more things. But you have to learn like everything else, but it can be very profitable. I mean, eBay is the reign supreme website when it comes to online auctions, right? If that makes sense. And we're looking at Charlene Heal. Now, she is a powerhouse of energy, positivity, and motivation. She spreads that both in her videos and everywhere she goes as well. She's another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. So when I bounce in between premieres and live streams, supporting others as much as I can, then I run into Charlene Heal all the time. On her channel, she insists on the idea of presenting us with natural healing, coaching, and transformation content, but it's always in a positive and motivating way. And then as well, she's got a second channel. I'm going to take a look at that. Business services and opportunities. And on this second channel, she's got over 100 subscribers now with about 113. And she's starting to experiment with shorts and putting these out quite frequently, actually. She's getting some action on these already. But she promises to bring us that same motivation, positivity, as well as opportunities to build wealth here. So I hope everybody will check her out on both channels. And thank you, Mind Your Money. I really do appreciate every moment everybody spends, even when you're busy or doing other things and just have the stream on in the background. So we're going to look at the Stock Explorer right now. And I'm so grateful to have a lot of financial channels here in the Superchat family now, because when we think about our channels and the businesses that we already have surrounding them, or the ones we may build, monetization is always a great, it seems to be a popular thought among most of the creators here in the Superchat family. So when we talk about finance, the idea would be, of course, that it would be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income that's going to follow monetization. The Stock Explorer is going to help us with that when it comes to the idea of trading and investing. Now, they are bringing us level-headed and down-to-earth information about companies and products that we might consider in both the crypto and stock market. So they go from everything from short and long-term investing to trading, both stocks, options, crypto, and are getting into NFT talk as well as the fact that they're mixing up the content in videos, shorts, and live streams. They often have product in hand, which is really cool, and they're very forthcoming about their own portfolio. As well, you'll find in their live streams, sometimes they're just talking about the companies and products. Sometimes they've got charts to really show us some serious information, and they bring us tutorials for beginners as well, so we can get down with the lingo. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Nora from the Stock Explorer is an incredibly dynamic creator, incredibly supportive. They literally seem to be everywhere all the time. So when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. They're here with us on TuberChat almost every single day, as a matter of fact. And they happen to be a member, so we put them on the wheel as soon as they get here every day, just like today. And they've got 48 subscribers on a second channel called Tropical Buzz. This is where they are bringing us information on planting, different types of things, different types of seeds. And it's interesting, some of the things just in ideas that can be learned instantly from this creator and from both of their channels. So I hope you'll connect with them on both. Mr. Bones, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, that's the Stock Explorer with a second channel called Tropical Buzz. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We'll talk about Scratch and PPA. This is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. They're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and they've been a dear friend for a long time. This is a creator who is an absolute shining jewel in the TuberChat family. They believe wholeheartedly in the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive. We see that from them constantly. You hear it in the stories that I tell, and for anybody that spent any amount of time in the Tuber Chat family, you will know that Scratch and PPA is unbelievably supportive. He literally is the reason why I use the word seem to be everywhere all the time. And what you'll find is that Scratch and PPA does premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He's got this week's set up and ready to go. I've just set my reminders. And hopefully you'll join us, because what you will find is one of the fastest rolling live chats that you've seen on all of YouTube. The reason why is because he supports so many people so much that it all comes back in a rush and flood of support for Scratch and PPA during a 10 to 15 minute video every Tuesday. It's very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So I hope you will join us for that. I literally keep an alarm on my phone to make sure that I don't miss if there's any way that I cannot. So I'm there almost all the time. Luckily, lately, I've been able to be there every week again. So with well over 1,000 subscribers now, Scratch and PPA is also working on watch hours. So he'll be willing to swap, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours. Please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you find yourself with time to run a playlist of any size this week, then I hope that you'll consider running one for Scratch and PPA. When we look at his playlist area, he's got one here set up called All Scratch and Pete, and that's where you can get every video that he's got. We're now up to almost 68. After Tuesday it will be. So in this video series, it's interactive, so you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it makes his series a lot of fun to be a part of as well. And I hope you'll engage with that and possibly take inspiration from what he's done to draw in traffic and interactivity from the outside social networks. Klastic TV is in the house. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on the phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. I see Steve Hauser is in the house as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Jen Needs, no, you don't have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It's open to everybody. What we do is, in the case of super chats, they get put on the screen right away. In the case of memberships, they get put on the wheel right away. But every time the wheel gets down to 5 or 6 names, I reach over to a list that I have here with a robot called Botissimo, and this keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here, but how much you're interacting with other creators. When I need names for the wheel, I go over to that list and start adding onto the wheel, and then it's anybody's guess as to how long that's going to take. But that's kind of the way it works. Thank you, Mr. Bones, for that special extra special thumbs up there. And if anybody in the house has the ability to share this live stream right now, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, then I will appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today and could see this live stream pushed out a little bit farther, not just today, but in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. So we're going to go on break just for about 3 minutes. We're going to come right back. We'll look at Evangelist Melvina Thomas. For a second there, I thought that when I went on break there, you heard me slurping my drink. And it just occurred to me that, no, maybe I blew my nose again. I've been known to do that a couple of times as well. It's more common that I forget to unmute the mic than it is to mute it. But that must have been very entertaining. I'll go back and have a listen to that on the replay myself as well. Probably get a laugh out of that. So Evangelist Melina Thomas is in the house. And I did notice something that Puddle of Souls had mentioned. By the way, we have a brand new channel in the chat. Joe Grace, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Puddle of Souls had said, I love to see a world like this where everyone is building each other up instead of tearing them down. So absolutely, that's well put. Thank you for saying that. And it's actually that kind of generosity in people that inspired the idea behind TuberChat in the first place. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, but when I was introduced to the small YouTuber community, I found so many people that were willing to help, especially when I said, hey, I'm going to do one of those growth streams, right? There's lots of these out there. That's what we call TuberChat and other places like this. And I said, but we'll put the focus on the relationships because I know there's so many people that are truly generous, willing to help each other. We all just have to find each other, right? So this makes it easy to do that. But it's a great way to look at it. Paul's Green Space, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And we're looking at Evangelist Melina Thomas. So this is another creator that I'm still getting to know, but they've been to TuberChat a few times now. I'm just taking their latest video, adding it into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up and make sure I don't fall behind. If anybody in the house right now is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and then I will look over at my list and see what I can do about getting some more channels onto our list, onto our wheel from our chat list. Oh, thank you so much. Sis Izzy Thomas, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for referencing that. Chasing America, good to see you here as well. And Patty's Southern Kitchen and More is coming up right now, so we'll see what they've got going on. Sorry, what I meant to have said, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other, just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The Gaming Ham, never late. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend, so thank you for coming back in. The Gaming Ham happens to be a member as well, so we'll get them onto the wheel, and I see that Gloria's Platter has come in also. She's been a dear friend for a long time. She'll be willing to swap playlists, so you can reach out to everybody in the chat. She'll be joining everybody for that. Patty Southern Kitchen and More is here. They are bringing us more cooking videos than anything else, but you can see a lot of variety as well, including hauls. We're seeing some outdoor footage as well, and a garden seed haul, which is interesting. I know a lot of the homesteading community here in TuberChat might be interested to see that. So we don't have a sub count on this channel right now, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they are working towards. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers or 10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 or even more. So we just want to do all we can to push each other along. Let's spin the wheel. I'm going to move a little bit faster now. We're in the second half of the live stream. We've still got a long way to go, well over an hour if everybody wants to stay that long. We're usually here 2 to 2.5 hours. We will go and raid Makeup Mom and Son, who will have a live stream running within the next little while, I think. Unless you might have changed it. The Gaming Ham, is up on the screen right now. I'll get some more names from our chat list in a second. I think I said I was already going to do that. And the Gaming Ham is an interesting name for a channel. So obviously we've got gaming here. But you'll have to forgive me. I'm doing something in the background and my page is not working. The interesting thing about the name of this channel, so it's gaming, right, from the Gaming Ham, but the reason why the channel is named this way is because this creator is also a fan of ham radio or amateur radio. It's always called ham radio, right? Hence the name, the Gaming Ham, which is really, really cool. So, I hope everybody will connect with them. They are definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter. They're here with us almost every day, and with 160 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. So I'm just going to take their latest video, add it into my catch-up list. God Soldiers, good to see you back in the house. And yeah, thank you, Jasmine Ortiz. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can just be here for 2.5 hours because it's convenient for me to stream at this time, but I really do appreciate every moment everybody spends, and of course those thumbs up as well. So if you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Facing Reality is coming up right now. This is somebody who is a powerhouse of energy and motivation. They are constantly spreading positive messages in a fun way, as you can see from their banner. They do that both in their channel and everywhere they go, including here in the Superchat live streams. I'm just setting their reminder for their premiere for tomorrow morning, or that's Monday morning, and I'm just going to take your latest video about sporting injuries. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And I've been saying I'm going to add some more names to our chat list, so I'm going to do it right this second. The wheel does favor you today. Mary Queen Longman, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Bottissimo is the robot that I use. It's a paid service, actually, for one of the chat robots. And it does a great job of keeping statistics in the chat. Not just how long you're here, but especially how active everybody's in, how much they're interacting with each other. And they changed something the other day, and it's harder to read and copy and paste the way that I do, so I just have to ask everybody to be patient with me. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is on the wheel, along with Come Hither with Heather. And Jabby's Treasures, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Facing Reality has 887 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they're thinking about. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Come Hither with Heather. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I got a funny story that I have to tell you now about that then. Come Hither with Heather is saying the next pizza is on them with Werner's Adventure. So because they dropped this super chat, we're going to look at that channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. And I'll show you both of their channels. Come Hither with Heather, their partner's name is Werner's Adventures. They've been here with us before and also shown generosity, for which I'm very grateful. But I'm actually doing something right now. It's not like it's hardcore. It's not like I'm training or anything like that, although I should. But I haven't eaten anything yesterday or today, and that's on purpose. So all I'm drinking is water. Now, I will tell you I'm kind of cheating because I'm using this flavored water. but it apparently doesn't have anything in it, right? Like, so it's not really chemicals. There's a tiny bit of sodium, but there's no sugar or aspartame or any of that stuff. Because I don't really like water, I don't drink nearly enough of it. But for the last 2 days, yesterday and today, the idea is basically just fasting, right? So I have had a couple of coffees, but that's it. But nothing to eat. I'm going to try not to for the rest of today, and we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But I might keep it up all through tomorrow. That's the idea. I don't know if I can do it or not. So the pizza's going to wait, but that might be my reward at the end of all this. It's a shame, right? Because you think to yourself, oh, why would you go through all that trouble? Like, eat a salad after or something like that. But we'll see what happens. By the time Monday night gets around, I might be dying for something. Surprisingly, I have to tell you, I don't want to recommend this to anybody because I certainly have not done any research. I'm no medical professional or anything like that. I don't know if anybody even should be doing this. I've seen it online. They say it's not going to kill you not to eat for a few days and plow some water through you, right? So I'm trying. But I can tell you that I'm not even hungry. So I'm barely hungry like you would expect to be if you hadn't eaten all day. But I'm also keeping busy, so it's really not on my mind. But I think this is actually, at least for today, going to be a piece of cake. So we'll see what happens. And there you go, Puddle of Souls. It's a thought. But I absolutely will end up getting a pizza at some point. Come hither with Heather, because it's been a while since we've had one. We have this place in Niagara Falls that's incredible. They do pizza in some kind of a different way than any other place. Like, so I know a lot of people have their favorite restaurants and things like this, but we really do have a couple of favorites here in Niagara between me and Kristen, even her daughter Kira as well. And that will be probably what we'll use as our reward. But thank you for that. Yeah, Stock Explorer, you remember how long ago we talked about it? And I remember you specifically had said that, like, after the second day your body goes into like this state of repair. I've gained quite a bit of weight. For those of you who were following my personal channel during the month of February, I was following some political news and I was able to go and catch a lot of that content, but it required outdoor live streaming for hours upon hours upon hours. So I would literally be walking around for beyond 12 hours a day. And I did lose a few pounds, probably 10 pounds, like for the 3 weeks that I was gone, but it should have been a lot more. And I put it all right back on, and I'm a little bit upset about that. So I'm just trying to smooth out a little bit, dry out if you want to call it that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's okay, Wicked Awesome Gardening. It's not. It doesn't affect me, because Kristen asked that too. She goes, "What are you going to do about the fact that like we might be eating, or whatever?" It's not going to bother me. If it's I don't imagine that I'm simply going to cave and like be like, "Oh my God, I got to eat now because I'm looking at food." There's food all over the place, right? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So come hither with Heather. Thank you so much for that extra generosity. What we find on both their channel and Werner's Adventures more than anything else is exploration of abandoned places. So while I wouldn't necessarily use the word paranormal, even though I am, I do find that a lot of other creators in the paranormal genre have similar content to what we see here. So I'm just going to take your latest video. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. I've already set my reminder for your next premiere and your live stream. And hopefully we'll catch those soon. And then, Nuclear 51. No, I'm not doing anything else anyway. I mean, Superchatters here, but I don't have to be very active or anything like that. But thank you for coming in. Nuclear 51 is a brand new channel for Superchat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Healthy G-Mom is here. See, everybody who's here regularly will know that I talk about the fact that usually when I'm drinking, I have a coffee cup here, but it's usually diet soda that I'm drinking. I drink way too much of that stuff. I've been drinking soda and diet soda my whole life, and the idea is I'm hoping to get off of this stuff, get off the Monster Energy drinks that I drink for breakfast every day, and that's not a joke. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't want to go too far with the thoughts. I hate the idea of saying I'm going to do something and then not actually following through, but I'm just giving this a try to see how I feel after a couple of days. So the gaming ham, that's a really interesting subject and something I might want to tiptoe around, as you can imagine. When it comes to the idea of deleting a channel, and I'm assuming that what you're talking about is trolling that came in. Trolling can be pretty awful, and I have gone through a little bit of it, so I do know what it's like to a point. And I've seen other people go through it, and some of the really, really, really vicious stuff that's out there. Now, what I find is that in almost every case, in every case I've seen, it passes eventually. You still have sometimes somebody who's obsessed, and they'll show up again a year later, and it just never gets out of their mind. That's because of who they are, not because of who you are. But it can be a lot to deal with. It can be like really extreme. So I understand that if a channel's already been deleted, then that's too bad. And I've seen that happen many times from creators, and literally over trolling. And I don't want to discount it with, kind of the tone I use and the way that I put it, but I do mean that it is too bad. So here's an idea. If you were ever to consider deleting anything for any reason at all, my suggestion would then be to put the videos on private and not actually delete them, because you can always delete them later, right? You can always do that afterwards. But channels can be hidden. Now, I haven't had to do it yet. I haven't had to help anybody do that either, but my understanding is the feature is available, much like a Facebook account, where you can hide it. So it still exists, but it's hidden in the system. Nobody can ever find it. That way, if you decide to change your mind, you could always put it back up. So, forgive me if I'm mistaken, and I'm speaking out of context when I talk about the reason why somebody would delete their channel, but I would understand. As for the actual circumstances, I'd certainly be no authority on trying to make anybody feel any kind of way about anything at all when it comes to their own content or the things that might be said in a live chat and things like that. And so that's just a thought. The other thing too, I hope everybody's backing their stuff up in some way. We had a creator yesterday, forgive me, I'm forgetting who to give credit to, and they mentioned the idea of starting a backup channel. Now, I not necessarily want to recommend this for anybody, but it can be a way, if it's your only way of backing up your content, you could start another channel. So like Healthy G Mom might start a second channel called Healthy G Mom Reloaded, with a separate email address not connected to the original channel. And you can leave all the videos there hidden or private, right? And the idea would be you just upload to both channels. So if disaster ever struck your channel, you'd still be up and running with another one, or could be right away. You could just, what I would do if I was somebody who put up a video per week on a main channel and was doing this for a couple of years, and then disaster struck and I had to start over, I would start another channel and I'd post a video a day so that you get momentum and put up all the old stuff. Now, I've actually done this for somebody else, and that's the backup plan for any of the channels that I do run. But I'm lucky enough to actually back up a lot of my stuff onto hard drives and stuff like this, so I'm able to get up and running again if needed right away. But it can be an idea. So hopefully that makes somewhat sense. And Nicole Pikachu, good to see you here. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. Oh, Chasing America, even I'm just as embarrassed as anybody else to tell you how trolling has got to me. Not that you're saying trolling, I'm just saying for me it's trolling. When it comes to the idea of possibly deleting. Now, while I've been lucky not to have considered deleting an entire account, I have considered wiping out some stuff and changing some of the things I do. And I'll tell you what it came from. It came from somebody who doesn't know anything coming around and talking about what a scam artist I am. Superchat's a scam artist. Oh, look what he does. And, you know, he's taking money from everybody and everything else. Okay, so that's fine, because that's what the trolls always do. But because it's the first time that I had to go through it, I got upset about it, just like everybody does, right? And it had me think about myself, oh my God, I hope I'm not actually being a scam artist, because I certainly don't want to do that. I got to really think about all the things I'm doing. And it really can get into your head for anybody. So I don't wish it on anybody, of course, but I can tell you, I have seen some really vicious trolling, not just with myself, but with other people as well. It always passes. Eventually. I find that 2 weeks seems to be the maximum on anything that I've witnessed myself. But you have to try to ignore it. So, anyway, forgive me. I don't want to go too much about this stuff, but it's a thought. Backing up is a very important thing if you can. And then, yeah, see, Puddle of Souls, of course, you know who you are. That goes for everybody. Somebody like me, it's very easy for me to defend, because I can just say, listen, I've been online since the beginning, since MySpace, since Friendster, since Yahoo, since everything else. So you can find anything you want. I'm the easiest person online to find, right? I know that's not necessarily the best way to look at life now. A lot of people are like shying away from a lot of social media and this and that, but it's too late for me. I was there from the beginning, so you'll find as much as you want about me. So Healthy G Mom is here right now, and this is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I hope everybody will connect with them. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them on their channel, including super chats and memberships. I'm just going to take an extra video from them, add it into my catch-up list. Hopefully we'll see a new video coming within the near future, and I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and I'll think about getting some more channels onto our Wheel of Doom in another moment. So Coupon Gale is coming up. This creator, this is kind of a shocking story. I only realized that this creator has 3 channels this weekend, and I had thought that this creator had 2 channels, and I didn't realize that the third one was actually them, and I don't know how that happened, having known them for so long. But the idea then is, of course, that I run more videos than I watch, absolutely, right? Running playlists and running videos and things like that to get more done than actually sitting and watching. So I don't know how many people might have already realized, but Coupon Gale actually has 3 channels. So we know Coupon Gale here, as they're here with us regularly, as well as Gale's Southern Living. And then they also have Southern Sandy Crafts. I think it's called Southern Sandy Crafts, right, is the name of the third channel now, because they recently changed it. So Coupon Gale has 787 subscribers, and what they're doing here is trying to help us save some money with the idea of different ways of looking at coupons. So hopefully everybody will connect with them here. We have the same creator behind Gale's Southern Living. Oh, and then Mary Queen Longman. No, it usually only takes a few days. Mary Queen Longman, what I have seen so far is for anybody that gets the into review, they're usually monetized the following Monday. It's not, I don't believe I've ever seen it take more than 7 days. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn knew that Gale's Southern Living had the 3 channels. See, here it is, Southern Sandy Crafts right there. And Gale's Southern Living has been a long-time friend of Superchat, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's got quite a reputation as a supporter as well. And she's fully monetized on this channel with Superchats and memberships available. I'm just going to flip over to the videos for a second. I'm going to set a couple of reminders for your premieres. Make sure I get your last friend mail video into my catch-up list so I can catch up with that. And when we go and we look at Southern Sandy Crafts, we're going to see a third channel from this creator. And I literally, Anybody who's been with Tuber Chat for a long time is going to understand how on earth could that much time go by without realizing that this was also from Gail Southern Living. They've been with Tuber Chat. I think she's been with Tuber Chat with this channel longest, if I remember right. But hopefully everybody will connect with her on all three. She's an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter like I was talking about. So I'll spin the wheel. It's almost time for me to get some names from our chat list onto the wheel now. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, it makes sense, Garden at Table with Heather Lynn, but this is what I mean about being caught in the idea that I run a lot more videos than I watch, right? So I watch as much as I can within some kind of reason, but I also run a lot of videos. So you'll notice that often what will happen is creators will come up, like Rebel Canners here is somebody I'm still getting to know. So for instance, I'm going to take this video, their featured one, I'm going to add this into my catch-up list, right? And that's a list. There's usually about 30 videos by the time Tuber Chat is done, because I don't put a video for everybody. I just put them when I am falling behind and stuff like that. Now, what I'll probably do is tonight, when I'm done my day, I'll leave the catch-up list to run overnight. If I have time, I will go and watch some of the videos and comment on them, but otherwise I'll just run them. Right? And I'm sure everybody hopefully appreciates the fact that the videos get run, a few thumbs up and things like that more than anything else. But that's the way I get through hundreds of videos a week, right? By running a lot more than I watch. So this is how somebody like Southern Sandy Crafts can have a channel for so long and have me not realize that it's the same creator as two other channels. And hopefully I'm not missing too much in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. And hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. Outdoors with Big Matt is in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. And Garden at Table with Heather Lynn is actually coming up right now. So now I'm way behind in getting channels onto our wheel. So we'll do that. I'll get them out of our chat list in a quick second here. Craig's Outdoor Adventures we looked at. Gloria's Platter will come up. Joe Grace is brand new to Tuber Chat, but we'll see what they've got going on. Mary Queen Longman will come up. Puddle of Souls will come up. And I'll add some more names as we need them. Garden at Table with Heather Lynn is somebody who's here with us almost every day since finding us. She comes to us from the homesteading community as well as friends with a lot of familiar faces. I'm just going to take another video from you and I'm going to add this one into my catch-up list as well. And that's an example of what I'm doing. Now, like I said, I don't add a video into my catch-up list for every single creator every single day. It's just that when I see like Garden at Table with Heather Lynn, I see that I've got one here that I can either watch or run to keep up, then I put it in that list, and that's what helps me keep up. I love the idea of playlists, not just swapping them with other creators, and I do that too if anybody would like to, but also for running videos continuously. I'm very lucky that I work on a computer most of the time, and when that happens, I'm able to keep a window on the side like I do here. And this is how I can do work in a larger window and then keep videos running at the same time. A lot of times I'm listening more than watching as well, as you can imagine. So, Garden at Table with Heather Lynn right now has 102 subscribers. They're obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. And Puddle of Souls, yeah, the music that we have in the background, if that's what you're talking about, of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that anybody can use in their videos and live streams. We have a separate channel where all that music's available, and it's available on all the major platforms. But on our music channel, there's a download link to every song in the bottom of each description. So that's like a secret for all the Tuber Chat people, if you want to put it that way, so you can get that music pretty easy. Werner's Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the generous super chat for the pizza that Come Hither with Heather dropped earlier. We did have a quick look at your channel. I keep putting it up now lately when we look at Come Hither with Heather's channel, because I know the two of you are together, so it kind of makes sense, and I appreciate the generosity from both of you. So now we're looking at Emotion New Soul. Now this is a talented singer and songwriter who is a dear friend, but happens to be here both as a moderator and a gold member, so we will see their link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Oh, Ace Flaw 1, if you're talking about like the purging that goes on with YouTube, it never ends. So we constantly lose subscribers, watch hours, likes, views, everything. It's been a frustration for well over a year. I was hoping there would be an end to it, because this really started being aggressive last September, and I'm talking a year and a half ago. But it doesn't seem to be letting up. And I'm going to get some more names onto our wheel in another moment. Yeah, it's been a little while since you've been here yourself, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. So Emotion, on their channel, what we find more than anything else is their original works. And they bring us new soul R&B music. Pardon me while I just address something quickly on Instagram. Pardon me just for 1 second. I'm just addressing, actually. Emotion hopefully is in the chat right now. Actually, pardon me. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to break just for a few minutes. We'll come right back, and we'll talk more about Emotion. All right, pardon me for that. Let me whip my stuff back together here. And we're back. We're looking at emotion. So like I said, this is a talented singer and songwriter, and what they bring on their channel is new soul R&B music, sometimes in the form of music videos, and sometimes in the form of compilations of those videos or live performances. And Emotion actually has a live performance set up for today. Or sorry, no, I'm mistaken. It's a premiere. I'm going to have to ask him, actually, what the content of that is. But that's okay. So we're going to see. Maybe we'll get that moved up. Makeup Mom and Son change the live stream for today. So we won't read her for now. We'll probably catch her next weekend. So, Mr. Boots and Bounty, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Jasmine Ortiz still hanging out. I'm actually going to get you onto the wheel right now. So Emotion also mixes up some reaction videos here, and you can see that they're fully monetized. So there's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Oh, thank you, Puddle of Souls. And then so Writing with Emotion New Soul is a second channel from this creator. So what we find here is a behind-the-scenes look at the writing process used by Emotion in the creation of their original works. And we get a great look at both the behind-the-scenes look at the music as well as the creator, and a few more reaction videos here as well. Pardon me. So let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And Popping the Popcorn is in the house. That's Katie. She does movie reviews. We're going to look at her channel soon enough, I'm sure. Allie's Craft Pursuits is coming up right now. So we'll see what they've got going on. Allie's Craft Pursuits. Is here with us almost every day. They happen to be a member, so we had put them on the wheel. Forgive me, Emotion. For some reason, I wasn't realizing that that's tomorrow, not today. I actually have something for tomorrow, but we'll leave that. If you want to move it for 45 minutes from now, we could do it today. If not, then we'll let that one go, but it's open if you want. And Allie's Craft Pursuits has over 1,000 subscribers, but actually is already close to 1,100. Now, she does a bit of variety on her channel, but talking about crafts more than anything else, as well as video gameplay, which is really cool. Now, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. She's a loyal and dedicated supporter, to say the least. Obviously a generous supporter as well, and has been for a long time. Like I said, she's here with us almost every day in Tuber Chat. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. When we spin the wheel, we're going to see that Klastic TV is coming up. That's another creator who happens to be a member, so I had put them on the wheel as soon as I saw them in the chat today, as we always do with our members. We'll see what they've got going on. In the meantime, if anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Reddit or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, not just today, but in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as well. There's the link for the music channel if anybody hasn't seen that already. And like I said, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. And there's download links in the bottom of every description. So, thank you, Mr. Boots and Bounty. So when we look at Klastic TV, we see a lot of delicious looking content, and we can see variety on this channel as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We've seen a couple of shorts already, and they're starting to get some serious action on some of these cooking videos as well. No problem. Thank you, Emotion. I just wanted to offer it if it was possible as a last minute thing, but that's okay. We will find somebody to raid when it's time, and we're always happy to mix those up so that we spread the love throughout the Tuber Chat family. So, let me just see what I can do about adding another name or two onto the wheel. I think we're just about caught up. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat and I will get you onto the wheel right away. Jasmine Ortiz is coming up next, and Puddle of Souls, thank you for sharing on Facebook. I really do appreciate that. Jasmine Ortiz has actually been here for what I think is the beginning of today's live stream, so they've been here for quite a while, almost 2 hours. And we'll see what they got going on their channel right now. 848 subscribers, first of all. And this is a creator I'm still getting to know. They've got a premiere coming up in a couple of days. I'm just setting my reminder for that. But I'm going to take your Build-A-Bear video and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. While I've known about that place, I've never actually been there. We have at least one around the Toronto area that I might be aware of, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this loyal and dedicated supporter. Again, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And if you see somebody say that, then please reach out to them. Others should reach out to you when they see that. And everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So all that fluff and stuff has just come in. They're here with us from Australia. We will have a look at their channel soon enough. I just put them on the wheel right away. We'll spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's coming up. Paul's Green Space is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. If anybody, again, is listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just say anything at all. We'll get you on right away. Right now, Paul's Green Space is here for the first time. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. And I'm going to set my reminder for your premiere coming up today. Or tomorrow, and I'm going to take this latest video here that's 12 minutes long. I'm going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I did put Popping the Popcorn on there. And it's ironic that we're actually going to look at that channel right now. So the wheel's favoring Katie from Poppin' the Popcorn. And I'll show you both of her channels, actually. Let's look at Life with Katie. And we'll see a behind-the-scenes look at the creator from Popping the Popcorn. Now, Katie has built up quite a reputation already as a supporter to a lot of other creators, and this is where we're going to get a look behind the scenes at this creator and her life. When I move over towards Popping the Popcorn, we get movie reviews more than anything else from Katie here, and it's pure opinion on this channel. So as you get to know her, you'll get to know her taste in different films, whether you've seen them or haven't yet or have been thinking about it, and you'll be able to make requests as well to get her opinion on things you might want to see or have already seen, which is kind of cool. Chris Mark TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm just going to get you right onto the wheel today. We will likely be able to get to everybody. Mr. Boots and Bounty. And Mr. Bones, let me know if you're still here too. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We see that Katie is mixing up the live streams and videos. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety when you get there. Chris Mark TV is coming up right now. I'm moving a little bit faster now because we've been on for just about 2 hours. Chris Mark TV is coming up with 265 subscribers. Now, this is a channel who's been here several times before, but I'm still getting to know their content. Now, I'm just going to take This latest video, I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Most of this looks like relaxing content that's just meant for us to kind of chill out, something you can either watch or listen to or have running in the background as well. Could be a channel to run a playlist from while you've got other things going on and have some background activity, both on video and audio. And I'm just looking at something in another window there. There's Mr. Bones. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Sis Izzy Thomas, forgive me, I didn't put you on the wheel yet, but I see you there. That channel will be on the screen for the first time, as a matter of fact. First, we're going to look at Mr. Boots and Bounty. And we'll see what they've got going on with us. They are, or what they've got going on today. They were with us yesterday as well. Sis Izzy Thomas is on the wheel now, so it'll be soon that your channel comes up as well. Mr. Boots and Bounty has 175 subscribers. This is another creator I'm still getting to know. I've got my reminder on for your next live stream for tomorrow afternoon. And I'm just going to take another video from you. I'm going to see if I can find something different, actually. I'll take this here, the snow update video, and I'll just add that into... Oh, I did already. I added it into my catch-up list, but I haven't caught up with that. Did we look at this channel today and I'm confusing myself or something? Because I thought I caught up yesterday, so forgive me if I'm mistaken. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And we'll see... see, I forgot to take Chris Mark TV off the wheel as well. I'm going to have to lay off the coffee. I haven't been drinking. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I had some yesterday and today. I think I had more than I needed today. Those are in place of my Monster energy drinks that I usually drink for breakfast. I'm trying to slow that habit down so I can get out of it. Let's look at Gloria's Platter and see what they've got going on for us right now. They've got 1,170 subscribers, hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,200 that they're thinking about. They mix up the video shorts and live streams as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They bring us delicious looking content in all these different formats, of course. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. I know that Gloria's Platter will be willing to swap playlists, so if anybody wants to do that, you can simply say so in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Tasha G is in the house. I've got you on the wheel right away. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I'm hoping that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I will appreciate it greatly. So we're going to look at another brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family today. This is Joe Grace, and we'll see what they've got going on for us. They've got 18 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. It'd be wonderful if we could get them up and over the 20 that they're thinking about right now and get them rolling on the road towards the first 100. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I will add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Yes, all that fluff and stuff. You know what's interesting? Oh, first time fishing adventures. Let me get you onto the wheel as well. So I'm one of these people who happens to be allergic to everything, right? Like the outdoor stuff, ragweed and dust and cats and dogs and everything, right? But I don't know if that's the same thing that causes everything to affect me. So if I take medicine, it works instantly. You know, if I have a headache and I take some Advil or Tylenol, it goes away right away and that kind of stuff. allergy medicine and things like this. But the problem is things like caffeine and everything else absolutely affect me. So there is no chance that I can down like 2 monsters in a day and go to sleep. Can't be done. And when it comes to even coffee, I think that all I had today was basically 2 cups of coffee, and I think that that's got me like flying. I don't know what's going to happen tonight when it's time to sleep, even though that's going to be like 6 hours from now or longer, but we'll see. But it's interesting anyway. But I'm hoping to get off of some of the horrible things that I eat all the time. I wouldn't be able to tell you how much chocolate I eat all the time. And not the worst for food. It's just that, you know, I really don't say no to anything. And then too much carbonation, because I drink soda all the time. It's very, very, very bad, right? The diet stuff's worse than the sugar stuff as well, it seems. So Tasha G has 210 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can push this creator a little bit farther on the road towards 300. Yeah, Mr. Boots and Bounty, like, it's only a couple of times in my life have I had more than 2 in a day, and that's like if I have to be up for 24 hours, which I really never do. But 2 is not uncommon, but I have to like literally time when I'm taking the stuff. I won't have a monster if it's beyond 4 or 5 in the afternoon, because I know I'll never sleep before midnight. Tasha G, I'm just going to take your beach day video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And I'm going to spin the wheel again. If there's anybody in the house that I haven't put on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all, and I will get you on right now. Oh, my favorite drink, like as in drink. I typically just go for Corona. Lately, I'm on Radlers, but I really don't drink very much at all. It's been rare that I even have a drink or 2 a week. But Radlers are just, I drink them because it's the lowest alcohol content. I don't think my liver is in the best condition. I put it through a little bit when I used to work in nightclubs and bars and things for about 25 years. So I kind of take it easy now. But typically I drink Radlers. If I was to drink anything else, I mean, I almost drink just about anything. I used to drink Long Island iced teas. I tend to go for like sweet, sugary things like, I don't know if you know what Rev is. I forget if that's everywhere or not. Smirnoff Ice is typical. Long Island iced tea, like I say, things like that. Otherwise, you know, rum and cokes and things like this. Puddle of Souls. I thought you were on the wheel. Forgive me. Did I? It's possible occasionally I put a channel on the wheel, and while I'm copying, pasting, I might have accidentally wiped it off. I didn't mean to do that, so forgive me for that, but I've got you on there now. 150 lashes. I haven't seen that. All that fluff and stuff. I'll have to look for that. I'm actually going to make a note of it too. I tend to, when I'm out with anybody drinking anything, I usually drink half. I pace myself at about half of whatever they're drinking, my 1 to their 2. Oh, it's possible. I'll think about that, Mr. Boots and Bounty. Literally, I had a physical. The last time I had a physical, or actually, it's a while back. Doesn't matter. The doctor said to me afterwards, he goes, "Hey, do you drink a lot?" And I said, "Well, I think you answered your own question there." Now, it's not that I did. It's not that I like ever had a problem, if you want to put it that way, or anything. But because I used to work in bars, I used to run these places, right? At least in the later years, and everything was on the house. I used to be a DJ, so we used to just drink. And the idea is not that we need to, it's just why not? Why not have another? Why not have another 2? Why not have another 5? And it just got ridiculous sometimes. But that's just because, like I said, it was always on the house. Never really drinking like on the off days, but while we were there, it just got crazy. So anyway, I don't know. I really should go and have a better look, but nothing urgent was up already. It was just more of a question than anything. So now I just kind of take it easy. I don't want to do too much of that. Chocolate, It's horrible for me. I get into chocolate like crazy. I have it almost every day. Cheese is like chocolate to me. If I see somebody walk by with one of those cheese trays where it's all like cut up in squares or cubes or something, I lose my mind. I have to get to it right away. And then birthday cake is also the same thing. When I see somebody walk by with a birthday cake, I have to know where it's going, why it's there, and it's another weakness. So I've got a few things I got to look after, right? This is why I'm trying to calm down, at least for a couple of days here. Yeah, Werner's Adventures, I probably should just go into a life of not drinking at all. I barely drink, and if I do, it's only because somebody I'm with is having something, and I might have one. It's rare that I have more than a drink in a day. And that's been going on for years now. I left the nightclub industry like 10 years ago, so it's been that long. First Time Fishing Adventures is almost at 1,100 subscribers. Now, what they bring us on their channel is different types of fishing, but they take us to different areas. So sometimes they're right on the edge of the water, sometimes they're out on a boat, sometimes they're fishing off a bridge, and they show us different types. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I can see I'm behind with you, and you've been streaming a lot lately. So I'm going to take your latest stream, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list, and that will help me to get caught up, and I will just run that entire thing for you. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I run into First Time Fishing Adventures regularly when I'm out supporting others. Yeah, Ace Flaw 1, it makes sense. That's the case for a lot of people. My goodness, Werner's Adventures. Yeah, Puddle of Souls, that's understandable too. And there you go. All that fluff and stuff. Yep, all understandable, that's for sure. So all that fluff and stuff is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on now. They've been experiencing their summer months. So does that mean now... Are you just, forgive me because I just don't know, are you just entering the autumn season now? Because we are entering spring, officially, right? It feels like spring already, but we're entering it. All that fluff and stuff brings us outdoor footage. They're usually on a boat. They take us fishing. They take us snorkeling. Oh, you were mud crabbing again. I'm going to take this video and add it into my catch-up list. They were saying yesterday they were actually out on the boat and they were fishing, but the fish weren't biting. So I wonder if that improved for you as well. My pleasure. First Time Fishing Adventures. Forgive me, I'm getting wrapped up in the speeches today. I know I've been talking a lot. I mean, I never stop when we're here, but the stories have gotten long today. So I've been racing through channels. All that fluff and stuff is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer towards the 1,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. And Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning just snuck in the door, and they slipped a super chat in there as well. So thank you for that. That's Tracy. We're going to look at her channel next for that reason, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. You'll see that their link was just dropped by Bautissimo because of that as well. I always forget to mention that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone, especially. Oh, since March 1st. I see. Okay, it's counted a little bit differently maybe there. I think we officially hit our season changes on the 21st all the time or something like that. I'm not sure if that applies to spring or not. We changed our clocks back the other day. Love stories, that's what life's about. Yes, absolutely. The gaming ham. Okay, thank you so much, Werner's Adventures. I really do appreciate that. Thank you again for that pizza. I really do appreciate that. We will have that soon enough. John H. Shelton is back in the house. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is bringing us beauty products. They do it in a few different ways, sometimes in a haul, sometimes in a review, sometimes in a list, like a top 5 type idea. And they mix up a little bit of variety as well. As you can see, they just did a St. Patrick's Day live stream. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for that, but hopefully I'll catch the next one. We don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're working towards. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers or 10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 or even more. So we just want to do all we can to push each other along. And Tracy is obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They happen to also be a member, but they did slip that super chat in, so we put them on the screen right away for that reason. Puddle of Souls is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel, and this will be the first time we're looking at this. Or did we look at it earlier? Oh, am I mistaken? How is it that I'm mistaken here? This is an official music channel with 539 subscribers, and I'm already we must have connected outside then. Yeah, we would have just connected outside. So forgive me for being mistaken, but I think this is the first time we're putting this channel up on the screen. Whenever you see, like if I put a channel up and there's only one video ever watched and it's just around 3 minutes, that's because I connect outside of Superchat exactly the same way that I recommend everybody do it in here. When I'm here, then I usually take longer videos for people because they've been here once before, right? But typically I follow the procedure to a T everywhere I go. So that's an example right there. So what I'm going to do, because I've still got to get to know this channel, is take the next video that you've put out, the latest one. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, get to know your content a little bit better. The idea, of course, is that every time you're here, I put your channel on the screen more often. I get to know the channel. Eventually, I get to know the creator behind the channel and hopefully do a better job of promoting you every time that you're here. So Puddles of Soul has been here for most of the live stream today. It's been well over 2 hours, I think. So thank you for that. I do appreciate every moment everybody spends. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Evangelist Melvina Thomas actually introduced this channel to Superchat today. So they're here for the first time, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you for coming in. We're looking at this channel on the screen now, and what I'm going to do, like I said, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take one of your latest videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes. I'll take this 15-minute one, and I will add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I see Lori's Tech Time is in the house, and they happen to be a member, so I'll just put them on the wheel right away. We'll spin, and we'll see which one of these 3 channels is going to come up right now. Puddle of Souls, my pleasure having your channel up. Forgive me for my confusion there, but I'm looking forward to getting to know what you've got going on your channel. And Mary Queen Longman is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on for us. Hopefully they're still with us. I know they were here for a long time on the Wheel of Doom. We've still got Mr. Bones on there with Lori's Tech Time as well. Mary Queen Longman's here with us almost every day, as a matter of fact, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got 1,100 subscribers. I'm just going to get a link for us in my other window here. So Artfully Blind with Diana is live right now. I'm just going to grab the link and pin it. Anybody can hop over there whenever they'd like. I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes after we get through our last 2 channels so that you can clean up your connections here before going over there. But Artfully Blind with Diana has a game going on right now, and they will allow and encourage everybody to connect in their live stream the same way that we do here. I'll come over there as well. We'll raid together, and if you don't mind just saying Tuber Chat Raid when you get there, I'll appreciate it. I've pinned that link, but I'll drop it another couple of times. So I've just added your latest video, Mary Queen Longman, into my catch-up list, and I've set my reminder for your live stream. So I'll get caught up with your channel, make sure I don't fall too far behind. We're going to look at Mr. Bones next, and we'll see what they've got going on. Again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. Please don't forget to give one on the way out. Give Artfully Blind with Diana a thumbs up on the way in. They really do help, so she'll appreciate it also. She's a very dynamic creator, very high energy, and I'm sure we'll have a good time over there. We always do. Mr. Bones has 515 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab your latest video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind. And Mr. Bones is an extremely supportive creator. They're somebody who brings fun everywhere they go, and they are always being caught in other people's live streams and live chats, engaging conversation, which is a great service to any creator. When you engage conversation in somebody's live chat, you're giving engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm for them, and that could see their content pushed out a little bit farther. Lori's Tech Time is coming up right now. This is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Of course, like I said, she happens to be a member. We'll get her channel up here with 664 subscribers. She's growing rapidly. She does reviews, unboxings, tutorials, and gaming more often than anything else. She's bringing us tech reviews of products, but she also does some gaming live streams. We've seen that lately, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. She also has a second channel, which I'm going to show you here, The Guitar Chick. She's bringing us on her journey while she learns to play the guitar, which is an interesting hook and a different type of theme for a channel. So I hope everybody will support her here as well. With 14 subscribers, we'd love to get this channel moving a little bit farther. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment that everybody spends here. I'm just dropping a link into the chat so that we can head over to Artfully Blind with Diana. She's got a live stream running right now. You'll be able to continue meeting more friends and family members over there. I'll come over there in a couple minutes as well. Just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get there and give her a thumbs up on the way in. We will be back tomorrow a little bit later than we usually are at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it will be Wolf Spirit Productions' birthday as well. So we will go and raid them after tomorrow's live stream. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you again with Artfully Blind with Diana in a couple of minutes. Bye-bye.